Hi everyone, I'm Courtney. This practice will be a quick seated yoga stretch. So all the poses we're doing will be sitting down on the floor. You won't need anything for this practice, and really you don't even really need a yoga mat. You could do this just sitting on the floor wherever you are. So to begin, we'll be sitting with legs crossed. You want to make sure that this feels comfortable for you. So if it doesn't, you might try sitting with the bottoms of the feet together. You could also sit up on your knees, or sometimes lengthening the legs out forward is more comfortable. Once you have your comfortable seat, we'll lengthen up through the sides of the waist. And then bring the hands together and interlace the hands. We're going to flip the palms so that they press out and forward, and then extend the arms up. So now the palms are facing toward the ceiling. Breathing in, pushing into the sitting bones and lifting the palms, lengthening through the outer shoulders. Let's take another inhale here. And as we exhale, we'll bend the elbows out to the sides and lightly rest the hands at the back of the neck. As we breathe in, let's widen the elbows apart. And breathe out to round, tucking the elbows in toward each other. Inhale, lifting the chest, widening the elbows. And exhale to round, hugging the belly in with this rounding motion. One more, breathing in and breathing out to round. Now with our inhale, we'll come back to neutral. We'll take that same stretch up with the arms, palms facing toward the sky. And then exhale, turn to the right, finding a twist here. So our right hand is going to push down into the ground behind us. And we want to keep the top of the head right over the center line of the spine. So making sure we're not leaning back into the right arm here. Let's take one final inhale. And exhale, hands release as we turn forward. And then we'll just change the legs if you had a cross-legged position. If your legs were symmetrical, you can just stay as you are. So again, we'll take the other side with that whole flow, hands interlace, and then stretch the arms forward and up. Here we really want to create space between the vertebrae here. So trying to push into the sitting bones as we lift up through the top of the head. Inhale here. And exhale, taking the hands behind the back of the neck, elbows bend out to the sides. Inhale, elbows widen apart, chest opens. And exhale, elbows hug in as we tuck the chin. Inhale, opening wide. And exhale, rounding and broadening the backs of the shoulders. Inhale to open, and exhale to round, elbows in toward each other. Inhale, coming back to neutral, releasing the hands and taking that big reach up, hands toward the ceiling. And with our exhale, we'll twist to the left this time. Left hand to the ground, right hand rests lightly on the left knee. Finding just one place to look at on the floor. So sometimes our eyes want to dart all around and see different things in our room, but if we can find one point, our eyes can stay a little more focused, which helps our mind to focus too. We'll take a big inhale here and use the exhale to release. And then I'm just going to turn so you can see a little bit better. We're going to undo the crossed leg position and bend our knees so our feet are flat on the floor here. We'll start with hands resting on the shins, but we do want to have a little bit of space between the knees. So the center of the hips, the knees, and the heels make two parallel lines. And then we can bring our hands to our shins and gently pull against the shins to help lift the chest. So here we're working toward moving the lower back up and in. And you could stay right here continuing to breathe, or you might reach the arms forward, palms facing in toward each other, thumbs pointing up. If you'd like a little bit more challenge here, you can take an in-breath and lift the right foot, and exhale to lower. Inhale, lifting the left foot, and lower down. And if you're somewhere in between, you might lift one foot and bring your hand behind the leg for a little bit of support. And then you could try the other side. And so we'll take one more round here with whichever variation you're working with. Building a little bit of core strength as well as strength in the thighs and hip flexors. And then resting hands back down on the legs. From here, we'll bring both hands behind the body and widen the feet apart. And then we'll take some windshield wipers with the knees going just side to side. So the feet rotate in and out as the knees sway. And then we'll come back to center and straighten the right leg and cross the left outer ankle over the right thigh, and then start to bring the right heel in. So getting pretty deeply into the left hip here. And if you need to adjust, you can always send the right heel a little bit more forward, and that decreases the intensity in the left hip. We want to draw the left toes back toward the left knee. And we'll just take another breath here. And then sending the right heel out, bending both knees, and coming back for a couple of those windshield wipers with the legs. And then this time we'll be straightening the left leg forward, right ankle to the outer left knee, and then sliding the left heel in any amount. So flexing both feet here, letting the right knee move out and forward. And using the arms to support the body here, so we don't really want to be slumping down into the shoulders. We're trying to stay pretty lifted here. We'll take our last round of breath. And then stretching the left leg out long, uncrossing the right leg, and taking a couple more windshield wipers. This is really nice to relieve tension in the hips. And then from here, we'll come into a straight leg forward fold, but the legs will actually have a little bit of a bend. So we're going to not do too much to overwork the backs of the legs here by keeping a bend in the knees. But we do want the feet to be flexed, toes aiming straight up, as if we're pushing the feet into a wall that's out in front of your feet. And then you can bring your hands forward here, maybe walking them out alongside the legs as you find a place for your forward fold. Letting the spine round. Trying to breathe more space and opening into the back of the body. And then we'll bring some more weight into the arms and walk the hands back in as we lift up. And then coming back into a comfortable seat. And just close your eyes for a moment so you can really pay attention to how you feel on the inside. Maybe noticing if this short practice did anything to change the condition of your body or mind. And then take a deep inhale through your nose. Nice, long, slow breath. And exhale out to a big sigh. Together we'll bring our hands to meet in front of the heart and bow our head down into our hands. Thanks for practicing today. Hope to see you again soon. Namaste.